Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Baldur's Gate 3. Now, at the end of the last episode something happened. Shadowheart opened up and shared something with me, and it wasn't what I expected. It had all the hallmarks of being another short throwaway conversation with a few little tidbits of information, but that wasn't really the case now, was it? It turned out to be something rather more deep and personal for her. Now, at the time, I knew it was late. I had a dentist appointment early the next morning, which I didn't want to miss. And I just thought, okay, I'll just get this out of the way now so I'm not confronted with a great big floating exclamation mark in a white oblong over her head. When I load the next save, do it now, a nice little thing to round out the session. And it turned out to be rather more important, didn't it? We even got a cutscene viewing into her mind, an image from her past. And this image, well, there's a number of things I'd like to talk about that. I wish I'd had the time to speak about them at the end of the last episode, but I was tired, it was late, I needed to get some rest. And hey, guess what? I've got all the time to talk about it now. So, first off, that vision definitely explained to us why Shadowheart is afraid of wolves. And just in case she hasn't managed to work it out for herself yet, she'd have to be really dumb to not know why she was scared of wolves at this point. Next up, after the vision, the narrator informed us that we remembered what we had already learned, that sometimes that the Selûnite initiation ritual where they're sent out into the wilderness to fend for themselves and find their way back to the sanctuary. And then the narrator informed us that Shadowheart had been wearing things that a Selûnite would wear in that vision. She was also a child. This ties in with one of the popular fan theories from Early Access and conflicts with my fan theory about her. My theory being that the Selûnites had indoctrinated her and blanked her memories and sent her to infiltrate the Sharans. That's terribly close to Sharon, isn't it? The worshippers of Shar, for the purpose of recovering this artifact, which I honestly think would have made for a better story than what the developers actually went with. So there was a fan theory during Early Access that stated that, hey, they reckoned Shadowheart was kidnapped by the worshippers of Shar as a child, as a young half-elf. They didn't think child, they were thinking like 20s, 30s, whatever, sort of relatively young in her life. That's half-elf age, not human years, And there's three possibilities now. Back in the village down here, there is a ruined orphanage. And in the orphanage there was a bookshelf and some books that could be interacted with in Early Access. And it's possible that that could provoke a conversation with Shadowheart where she'd talk about remembering growing up in the orphanage with some of the other children there. Now, and there was also a theory that her Dark Mistress was Viconia, which is still possible from Vision as the Dark Mistress did not show her face. And it would be a way to shoehorn yet even more drow into the story.
These boots have seen everything.
If the vision is true and to be believed, then I'm doing it again, aren't I?
Looks empty.
Yeah, if the vision is to believe, then she was taken at a young age when she was qualifying to be a disciple. Disciple, initiate, acolyte. Initiate comes before Acolyte, I think, because they have been initiated in some of the mysteries and had things revealed to them. The Acolyte is a very basic... Acolyte may come below Initiate, I'm not sure. Anyway, so my point was, she was taken by the worshippers of Shah and taken away, treated, taught that emotion is weakness and to be abusive and how to torture people and horrible things like that, right? And yes, I am coming down this path for a reason. Lovely. Smuggler's ring, eh? Mostly because there's a heavy rock down here I want to look underneath. So, there's three possibilities here, right? Number one, it could be a complete coincidence that the developers just happened to write a story that is remarkably similar to a popular fan theory at the time. That's the first option. The second possibility is that some, if not all of that information was available in early access. I imagine if it was presented as a conversation, either a direct conversation with Shadowheart or with the narrator narrating the vision instead of us getting to watch it. And there's something precious. So, yeah, second possibility, some of this information was available in early access, some or even all of it, and the fans discovered that and I somehow missed it all completely. Hey, I didn't do everything in early access. And then the fans worked out the story. A third possibility is, so, first possibility, complete coincidence. Second possibility, it was there all along, or part of it was there all along, then it was completed, embellished, enhanced. And third possibility, they liked the fan theory so much, they went with it. -1 charisma, not sure who I'd give that to just yet. I mean, there's a couple of positives to outweigh the negative. It's a net gain, you know, overall bonus. And we are here now trying to rescue people from the gnolls. So, if the developers did go with the fan theory and liked it enough to use it, I wish they hadn't, because it comes across as incredibly cliche and a bit lazy. I feel that my idea... Look, I'm naturally inclined to prefer my own idea, but I do feel my idea was more original than she was just taken as a child and indoctrinated. There was a fan theory that, you know, Viconia had abducted her as a child and brainwashed her, and it could still be Viconia, you know, another Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 link. But Viconia was a horrible person, and only a certain kind of person liked her, and I don't seem to have a lot in common with that certain kind of person mentally. So, we got a cliff descent here. Well, not really a cliff, with stone steps. There appear to be objects and items in this cavern. Not many, mind. We got the bridge leading back to the inn and the path under it. So we could head up that way. Let's continue to explore. We're trying to save these few caravan guards who
Don't mind if I do.
headed northwards and have apparently been holding off the gnolls for the last few days if they're not dead by the time we got there, because we are seriously under-leveled for this. We got an autosave, that's not ideal. So we've got a second angle of approach here. And then we got a third path up this way. And I'm going to pick that balsam. Okay, we've got a ledge here overlooking. And if we had someone super sneaky, we might have someone sneaky, but I'm not sure about super sneaky. We could try scouting out the area a bit. Now, oh, those tree branches popping in there were a bit sudden, weren't they? Right, let's go a little closer. So we've got a sort of central rock and two paths around it. There also appears to be something... Well, we know there's going to be gnolls around here. The animation, the movement, very much gnollish. So if we come around here... I remember this being a very tough fight in early access, but hey. So if we come here, we'll have this central rock in the middle. We can go hop up and rock defensively to try and channel them to us, but then we'd be bottlenecked. Otherwise, we're fighting in two directions around it, dividing our enemies but dividing ourselves. So perhaps another angle of approach is preferable, or preferable, even. The footprints seem to turn somewhat this way. As in, yes, they come up here. But then they begin to turn, a few go that way, and then it just kind of peters out and stops. So, if we can go a short distance up here without getting into a fight... Okay, there. Flinds. So Flinds are a special kind of gnoll. They're like a half gnoll. Or like a half demonic gnoll or something. This is just a gnoll warlord called Flind, but Flind was a specific monster in 1st and 2nd edition. Right, if we go round this way, we might be able to sneak up on them or come across, right? Or what we could really do, let's just pop down here a moment. We can examine this cave entrance and see what lies within. There's a lot of stuff here unattended, which is risky. If I remember correctly, this is all rigged full of traps and links back up to there where the fight is. And if we walk in here, we may very well explode. Look, there's nice things in here, but not that nice. Hey, there's a plant there we can pick. What we can do is come back up here to the inn and explore the space behind the inn. Oh look, there's a waypoint. How nice. Oh, is that the barricaded cave entrance full of explosives?
Bodies everywhere. Accident or sabotage?
Whoa, we found treasure. What have we got? Arrow of ice. We don't particularly have anyone using a bow at the moment. There's a bow right there. What am I talking about? Right, okay. Okay. What's it going to do? 2d4 cold. Oh, frosty explosion. Excellent. So there's an area on it. Wonderful. What we can do is ignore this for a moment and look at these great big stone steps here. Wait a minute, there's something down here. Autumn crocus. Surely that should be 2 words rather than 1. Woo, that was a very close-up bum shot we weren't expecting. But if we come this way, we are now on a rocky rise overlooking the clearing below. And I'd like to get that. Ah, so this lines up with that pathway there, but there's a space up here. There we go. And we do not have our wizard with us. These gnolls are clearly ferocious and dangerous. We shall get a turn eventually. Looks like Karlach first. I'm not sure she's... Oh, she's close enough to attack somebody, alright. So I presume these two in here have been causing all of this oily explosions going on there, keeping the gnolls at bay. Okay, girl, do your thing. Get total fucking psycho mode. and slog him. What's this? Reckless attack. Everyone's going to have an easier time hitting her, but she's going to have an easier time hitting him. 60, I could go for it. It's only the attack rolls, not the damage. What else have we got? No. Sure. I mean, he's right there, you know, so... And hit hard. You absolute cretin. Given the severity of the situation, I feel some kind of spell is in order. There we go. And let's move around here away from the general group of enemies. Fang of Yinogu, that was... I think we've encountered one of those before. And a warlord, that's not going to be easy to deal with. Alright. What can you do that's going to be... Sure, Armor of Agathis. And a quick flourish. It's not much. Okay, that's 2 fumbles we've had in a row now. That's just getting disgusting. And suspicious. Let's pull that up just in case I want to query anything. I mean, seriously. Can't keep them. So, what is the armor class 15? Must remember that modifiers to hit are not as level based as they were in previous editions. Right. Could hit. Probably not an entirely bad idea. Okay, and we'll rotate. That's looking very nasty for us soon. Not happy about Will's position, but he does have his cold damage hitting people back. Uh-oh.
With a shock of psychic pain, the pack leader's mind clamps onto yours. You see yourself through her eyes, a pulsing red cluster of organs. Feast. No. The voice has forbidden this meat. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Search her mind for the source of the voice.
A memory. The beast daubs the symbol of the absolute on a cave wall in blood. Buried deep, a tadpole struggles to assert control against the ravenous chaos of her mind.
I'm gonna do something nasty. Will... In the past, during early access, Will came across as arrogant and willful. He was doing the things that he did not for the goodness of civilization, but rather for the adoration of the crowd, for his own ego, for his own personal ends. Now he appears to have more of a fiendish appearance. I think we're going to do this. You are of the same pack. Command her to devour the other gnolls.
Sensing your presence, the gnoll's tadpole writhes in ecstasy.
Karlach disapproves.
Its host will feast on gnoll flesh to control the hunger, to keep her teeth from your throat. Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
Yeah, that's likely to be bad. we're still getting experience from that, right? Hard to tell. Yeah, absolutely take some damage back. There we go.
Covered.
Not good. Shoot a crossbow. Get that axe ready. Alright, let's see. Okay, your one is mostly hurting. We can do a big heal after a fight. The person most seriously injured is ever so slightly hurt. We'll go level 1.
Take your onward.
You like me. Temporarily. Yeah, past its save. I got to try, okay. Deranged cackling. Soul numbed. Okay, interesting. Right, so what we want to do here, nip up here and blast. That'll do.
These boots have seen everything.
Yeah, I'll just go for a little sacred flame. Not that past its save anyway, it's not enchanted as it is. Right, okay. Pretty much absolutely mullered it. Okay, bloody hell, they just get too many attacks. Apparently this is what fighters do later on. Well, 1 hit point. Right, okay. Lady, you know what to do. Get up there. Absolutely perfect. Ish. Oh, hey, I get to do this as well. You die now. Now, we've used a couple of spells already. We want to be cautious about using too many more, because there's a great big gnoll warlord down there. Trust me, I think we've pretty much got that situation under control now, but we shall see.
Fleet of foot.
Try it. Excellent.
Can't stay idle.
We're full on spell slots. That's lovely. Let's go for like a really big heal then. Excellent. And we're not gonna use another slot just yet. Ow. Okay, now we are. Really? You're getting booted off that rock. Or not, apparently. Okay, just stagger to here, don't die. Now, if we can make it up to here, I reckon we can do this down there. Excellent. And miss. Roll of 6, okay. Let's see, 70 would be 14, 60. Yes, that is correct. That missed just by 1.
I won't give in.
Yeah, let's just a little bit.
Here we go again. Incandescent!
It's fine, because now this is going to happen. I think she can almost afford to calm down now. Could jump down there. Sure. And now hit him.
She is still ravenous, her mind a hungry pit. The flesh of her pack wasn't enough to satisfy her.
Now this is where it gets really nasty, okay? This is what Will was considering doing. Dominate her mind, commanding her to feast on herself. It's high enough.
She resists, her mind's teeth piercing your brain. Pain shoots through you. She severs the connection and prepares to attack.
Really? Okay. Well, that's not quite how I expected that to go. Okay, well look, we're going to have to get up here. And by up, I do mean up.
Take two.
Yes, good.
This is gonna feel good.
Alright, look, lady, you're only standing till that thing gets another turn, so make the best use out of it. Oh god, you can't even... Was that a bonus action? What a waste. Well, you live and learn. Okay, we're gonna have a serious problem there then. Okay, and let's get round and down, because she's gonna need our assistance. Okay, let's see. How about... She's close enough. Is she close enough? She does seem to be close enough. So, if you pass enough dice for there, you can literally get the gnoll to commit suicide trying to eat herself. And then we're also going to do this. Are we going to do this? Or are we going to give... Yes, we are. I was thinking giving her a few extra points of armor class, but it wouldn't make a massive difference, I'm afraid. Because that thing has a horrific attack bonus. However, hey, guess what? She's angry. She's really angry. She's gonna hit something. And hit something again. Can I throw you? Too heavy to throw. Shame, that would have been fun. Can push. 80%. Ooh, actually. Yeah. Approach my enemies. Well, my allies, rather. Yes. We want to get in and administer this. That will not be easy. So we want to dash.
Got to press on.
Close enough.
This is my time.
Well then, Will. Let's... I mean, that's good enough, right? Have a blast. Highly unoriginal, I know. It all adds up, okay? Now. Sure.
A handy little trick.
Give her a little extra protection. She's going to need it. It might just make one attack fail, and can we draw a bead? We can. 50-50, so that's an 11 plus, like an exam. Might as well try just this once. We're beautiful. We're probably going to have to rest after this encounter anyway. Yep. That thing's a killer. Okay, lady, you cannot get close enough to do the nasty thing. But you can do another nasty thing and make it level 2. This thing, 27. What's this gonna do? Sure, try it. Perfect. Can we do 10 damage before it gets a turn? Well, lady, we can certainly try. Yep. You've got to be taking the fucking piss. With advantage, roll a 6. I shudder to think what the other roll might have been.
Victor's path.
Okay. You can't get very close. You can do this. Not enough.
Sometimes the only way out is through. Another step forward.
Oh, we gotta try. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. That's not gonna make a difference. But we might as well try. Okay. You know what to do. Okay, no slots. No slots. We can't do a big prayer of healing.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
But I can hit a short rest.
Freshened up and ready to fight.
Let's pick up some heavy things. So,
Yoink.
did she just say yoink? Shattered flail. Yinoku's gift. Hitting an enemy with this weapon heals the wielder for 1d6 hit points. But they can go mad if they don't continue hitting an enemy each turn. Weapon enchantment +2. So that is quite a powerful item. Can go mad is an incredibly poor description. Some bones, skull, mindflayer parasite, probably taken from her head. Now we're going to have to go meet those caravan guards in the cavern and hope they can be friendly. There's Rugen, the one who was mentioned previously. Now where's... Ah, there we go. So he's made it outside the cave. Let's have some...
By the gods, you're a sweet sight. Are any of my crew still alive out there?
Shadowheart's thinking, how did I get close enough for him to notice me? Shadowheart. No, it's a grim sight.
This whole journey's been one grim sight after another. Gnolls, goblins, drow.
Risen Road's more dangerous than ever. You're the first friendly face we've seen since Eltergard.
Really? You think we're friendly? Look at that half smirk there. Her mouth's widening into an almost grimace of a half smile. Eltergard's a long way from here. Where are you heading? Or I'll stay friendly so long as you hand over all your goods. That's almost her, but not quite. Eltergard's a long way from here. Where are you heading?
We're bound for Baldur's Gate. Got some cargo to deliver. But we've a stop to make along the way.
Maybe I should come along. See you don't get waylaid again. What are you transporting? No, where's that?
Joaquin's Rest. It's just up the road. I'd be enjoying a mug of ale right now if those beasts hadn't jumped us. Listen, you look like you know how to handle yourself. You should meet my associates. We've got our own drinking spot by the tavern. Invitation only. Tell the fellow on the door. Little Serpent, Long Shadow. He'll take good care of you.
It's Shadowheart. You know she wants to know. Oh, there's a higher DC. Should have paid more attention to that. But I passed anyway.
Shame we lost so many agents. But the chest is all that matters. Zaris would have our hides if we lost it.
Zaris sent me to secure the cargo. This is playing with fire.
Black Hand be thanked. I didn't think anyone would find us. We'll take the chest back to the hideout. I owe you a drink. Lots of drinks.
What's in the chest? If Zaris sent me, Zaris trusts me not to ask. I either know already or it's not important. Also, the Black Hand are a bunch of nasty bastards. They're a mercenary company who basically like loads of assassins and horrible scumbags. So I've been sent to collect the payment and make sure it comes through safely, but he's going to go take it to the hideout anyway? That doesn't make much sense. Right, so
Let's try this way.
that went disturbingly well. And now she's got detect thoughts running until a long rest, I see.
Well, lad, it's our lucky day after all.
I don't feel lucky.
The rest of our crew's half digested, and you're still alive. That's lucky.
And that appears to be at least locked, possibly even trapped, and liable to get us attacked if we try and open it.
Thoroughly pilfered already.
So, if almost... heavy crossbow, nice. If almost everything from here has been stolen already, these people might not be... If they've been looting this stuff, they might not be original caravan guards. But that would conflict with what we've already been told. Oh. That's not a good sign. That's very Order of the Stick, isn't it? I think I just failed a perception check. Yeah, does anyone else get to try and make it?
Sharp as ever.
Is it buried treasure? Okay, come on. You can do this, lady. Nope, everybody failed. We'll need to bring someone else, like Astarion. Whatever it is, it's well hidden.
Toast. The rest of our crew's half digested, and you're still alive. That's lucky.
So that is the big box. I think from what I remember, these guys have booby-trapped the whole cave. Okay, can't get up there comfortably, but can get up there. Let's... right, if we leave this cave now, I believe this chest will be gone upon our return. Because they've literally said they're taking it away. Big drop into water, not wise.
And you're still alive. That's lucky.
If we try and open this chest in front of them, they're gonna get pretty hostile about it. Rugen's level 4, Ollie's level 4. Ollie's have got 12 hit points at level 4.
I'm fine. And so's the chest, more.
That's really low. 28 more of an issue. And we are running on empty. We're in no position to exert force over this, and I think it's trapped as well as locked. So let's head back out again. We have rescued these evil scumbags from the gnolls. We can loot one of their friends if we like.
That symbol in the blood. What does it mean?
That's a very good question. What symbol in the blood? There literally isn't one. I don't see anything anyone scrawled in that. But we got magic. Speedy reply. A scimitar. When the wielder hits an enemy with this weapon, they gain momentum for 2 turns. Don't know what momentum is. But this sounds like something we could send to Will if he's not already summoning weapons. This is something he could equip right now. Not proficient, really now? Okay, well, we got his magic rapier he summoned anyway, so that's fine.
Let's get going.
Okay, let's see.
Breathe deep and move.
This will just lead back to the cavernous depths of that water-filled chasm. So obviously we don't want to be carrying all this stuff. We have someone with big muscles who likes carrying lots of things. And I'm going to put those gloves by the sword to remember they belong together. And both would be good if we had a paladin in the party. Hey, we might still do that at some later point. Potion of mind reading. Should bear that in mind. Too easy. Alright, are there any plants here we can... Dead gnoll. With more gnoll ears and a spear. And we're not encumbered yet. But we are hiccuping. That's unfortunate. Right, well let's head safely back down the mountainside. And head back towards the more level appropriate threats. Such as the goblin-infested village. However, we got a load of stuff here and we should attempt to divest ourselves of some of this burden. That's the wrong one. I just realised what I did.
Flowers, leaves, grass. I was raised in the city.
Beat it.
I'm more used to feeling cobblestones underfoot than grass and fallen leaves.
Let's move away quickly.
Before I went to Avernus, I'd have agreed with you. Nothing quite like Baldur's Gate, is there?
Nothing in my recollection, anyway.
Now, we have had some issues with character approval. Karlak disapproved, and she's definitely... We're definitely not standing high in her estimate. Whereas the others seem to be in favour overall of my actions. Which is interesting because that was Will's decision. Yet Jaria has been judged by it. So it's less a opinion on her personal behaviour, but more on how she manages the party. As in, she's a... That really looks like a little person hunched over there for a moment. Head and 2 shoulders and a pack on the back. Anyway, sorry, I've just got these annoying hiccups. This will be the first time Will be around people with his horns. I imagine the tieflings will treat him a bit like one of them, but they'll recognise him. And Will's patron did say that it would be interesting to see how people would cope without the Blade of Frontiers, implying that his mythic reputation has been removed from him, or rather, well, it wasn't that mythic. Let's see a few things here. I mean, at some point it should become unable to move. But until that point, we should load up. And I'm going to rather lazily assume that if it doesn't say ingredient, it's not an ingredient. That being said, I do know we probably want to go and get the other half of the broken spear from the owlbear at some point. Rotten lemon, what do we do? Throw it at enemies? I suspect it won't be good for camping supplies. Okay. Hey, Aaron.
Need anything else?
Let's see what I can give you.
Please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
You might even have something of use for me as well. So he's still got the gloves and missile snaring, which might not count as armor, so they might actually be good to give to Karlach. Interesting. Is that a reaction, or is it a freebie? I don't know. Ring of Flinging, could throw stuff further, she'd probably like that. Extra nature. Good for shooting wizards. Might be worth giving to Astarion. Cliché, I know. And this used to do a bit of fire damage, I think, back in early access, but it doesn't do that anymore. So this is the same hide armor without the extra bonus. Little extra armor. Again. Right. It's only one extra point of armor class. It's not massive, it's not huge, but over time it would add up. This is to be viewed as an investment. How many attacks? Well, 5%, but, well, no, because it depends on the attack bonus going through, but essentially, on average, 5% of attacks will be blocked. So it's a little bit of something. Ringmail +1. Okay. Paladin +1 could be good for Will. But I need to be bearing in mind things a blacksmith will have. So, obviously, some of these things can go. We don't need multiples of these unless we're wanting to dress everyone up the same back at camp. Empty bottle? Empty bottle. Not so empty bottle. Yeah, okay, so these say ingredients. Will he have enough money? Quite probably, he's got a fair decent amount. And, right, let's see. With this much we could grab an item. Do we want to... I think I want to save it in case I want to get something from one of the other shops that's really expensive.
Sylvanus be with you.
And you, my friend. And we're not running like a headless chicken anymore. Perfect. There was quite a nice mod in early access. Now, we can drag walk, and as long as we keep the cursor about within half our character's height of their feet, then we could walk, but it was finicky. But there was a mod that literally gave us a walk mode, and I might install that at some point. But I'm trying for this first run to go unmodded.
I am not grumpy. Scowl on your face would frighten a troll. You're an idiot.
Okay, let's... What are we doing? Just drag it across. I suppose barbarians are playing fashion souls, aren't they? Well, we can keep selling things. Hang on. Different pattern.
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
I think that's the kind Lae'zel has. It's almost worth giving a fighter multiple weapons, because a lot of these weapon special powers are like usable once per short rest or something. So you could have a warrior charge into fight and start swapping weapons to gain additional or special attacks. Look, it's right here. What's going on? Oh, I see. She's just too overburdened.
Thought I sensed an infernal around here. But you aren't from Elturel. What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the Hells. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps. Glad you got out.
I got lucky. It looks like you did too. And you brought some infernal machinery with you.
A little gift from Zariel. Keeps me burning hot.
Very hot by the smell of it. Might be burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
He likes the sound.
You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallurgized Demono valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky. I might be able to help. I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Vernus. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please.
Okay. Where should we go looking for infernal iron?
I've sensed some during our travels. It has a pull to it. Absolutely magnetic, once you know what you're looking for. I can show you where I'd look.
Well, please do. It would be a massive favour for this woman. Otherwise she could literally explode with fury. We'll keep our eyes open for some iron.
Meanwhile, I've still got plenty of weapons and armor in stock if you're looking to load up.
You were supposed to tell us where to look. You didn't. Okay. Okay. Hunting short bow. Hunter's mark. +1 rapiers, just +1. Warhammer +1 is one-handed. Martial weapon. Padded armor +1. Ringmail +1. Shirt +1. I'm looking for things that are interesting, okay? This is the point where we can start thinking about trading in stuff. Let's just start with a lot of heavy gear though. Should have sold that. But then again, I think I shouldn't. It's got a little hope to it. Hope for redemption for one of our party members. Yeah, I think these can just go. So that's a 14. What are we currently looking at? Doesn't say modifiers, so 13, 15, no dex. Okay, so an heavier armor upgrade would be good for her. Let's go straight to money. And now these are starting to look more appealing. Also very affordable. I mean, that could almost be something positive, but I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of consumable items I would rather have. Okay, look, here we go. Keeping that, obviously. And we'll clear out some of these. No, should keep one of these. He doesn't need a ranged weapon. He is a ranged weapon. Now, tidy up a little bit of this as well. Okay, broken. Well, we can sell it anyway. Yeah, let's grab these. Why not? There we go. So we have to balance twice to take coins from other characters? Interesting. Right,
from the hawk.
True.
Damn druids. Who uses wooden tools?
Do we have a map marker for this fiendish iron? Meet with Rugen's associates. Yeah, gotta be cautious about that. So I don't think we've got anything overtly on the map yet showing us where he would be looking for this metal. It may be underground somewhere. Look, most metal is underground somewhere. Okay, I know. I know. But we got things and stuff. Let's tidy up a little bit, shall we? See, I'm suspecting a lot of these can't be used as cooking ingredients, because they're just too past it. We got a few more things we could sell. We're pretty much going back to camp now. We'll probably change our party composition. I think Karlak can stay in camp for a while, and quite possibly will as well. It depends. If we're going to deal with the goblins over this way, we might want Will with us. If we're going down this way to see Auntie Ethel, we might not need him, but we might still appreciate his presence. I would like to bring Lae'zel out of us. She's probably getting a bit impatient, which means we probably don't need Karlak with us. And Gale could come with us as well. And also we still know that taking Shadowheart out of the party can cause problems with her artifact, so I'm going to keep her with us for now. So yes, we are going back to camp then. Okay, wonderful. And we'll see who wants to speak with us. We're right by her again. Well, we've spoken for Blacksmith. What do you think, lady?
Hey.
So I wanted to bring this up. Karlak speaks with a very modern lingo. A lot of squaddy slang. I know this is supposed to make her sound like a military character, but it also makes her sound alien and out of place. In this supposedly medieval fantasy setting, it makes her sound like she's in a modern army. That's slightly at odds. But then she is at odds, right? She's essentially an alien from another plane of existence. She doesn't belong here. She has a different culture. She has been in a evil army fighting culture for a very long time. You and Mizora seem to know each other. How did that happen?
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. She favoured me like a child favours a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Do you think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
I can see why you are so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Have you looked in a mirror recently? Look, why don't you stay in camp for a bit?
Oh, come on. You don't mean that.
I really do.
Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
So, she comes out of a lot of sort of army slang and occasionally rather forced swearing. She's still blue. If I move away... No, she's green. Yeah, so blue is party members. It's not wants to talk to us. So, with the voice, I know it's supposed to make her endearing. I'm supposed to go, oh yeah, she's like a total squaddy. She's lovely. And it's like, you mean she's a total idiot? Destructive, but hey. Look. There's a difference between squaddies and soldiers, right? Squaddies have a reputation for being thick, not thinking for themselves very much, sticking together, all kind of copying each other a bit. Hey, it helps them survive, it's what they do, right? Not the most inventive people. Look, officers need to do the thinking, squaddies just need to do what they're told, right? And normally they're just getting drunk, getting violent, and, you know, off duty. That's how civilians see them, not necessarily how the army sees them. Right, lady, let's talk.
May the darkness protect you.
Don't make me regret this. You know what? I'll leave it. We can always talk to her later. There are other things to do. Astarion.
Need something?
Maybe. Look. Why don't you party up for a moment?
Darling, I thought you'd never ask.
No, really, it's just a moment. Right, what's he got?
Well, hello.
Ah, yes, that was it. Magic dagger. Sling that in his offhand. Actually, go main. Go rapier. Sure. And dagger. I said and dagger. What do I need for an offhand then? Does it just need to be 2 daggers? We'll see. If a rapier isn't light enough to be used with a second weapon, it's like literally rapier and dagger is a very famous combination. Right, well look, you can stay here again for now. Wait, no. You don't need all these knives. There we go. And we've probably got some thieves' tools for you as well at some point. We might get dreams for 1 or 2 of our companions when we rest. Will and Karlak. Will we get a dream for Karlak? Well, she failed that one, so just Will, I think. Okay, stay here for a while.
Need something?
Yeah, look, hey.
Oh, darling, I'm hurt.
Yeah, stay back. We've heard it before.
Something special. I guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here while you do all the hard work. It sounds awful.
Speaking of hard work, here's someone who wants to be working hard.
Isn't it glorious? Karlak's fury is a wonder to behold.
You'd better come with us.
It is done.
And I'm gonna give you this. If I can find it.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Get some protection. Set it to hide during dialogues for now.
Can't give up now.
Now let's go get some rest. No. Let's not get some rest. Let's talk to Will.
Well met.
How does it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
There's a whole load of water over there. Quite the handsome devil, if I do say so myself. A freak of nature. God, but you're hideous. I see the Blade of Frontiers. No more, no less. He probably feels less from the Blade of Frontiers right now. Could do with bigging up a bit. A fiend who's... sorry, I misread that as friend. A friend who's been touched by the hells would make... I don't know... would make much more sense. I see the Blade of Frontiers. No more and no less.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity. Maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters. Keep them safe. And one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
You should get out of this pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
Look, we got this soul coin. Why obey her at all? What could she do that's worse than what she already has? She could turn him into even more of a devil every time he refuses to obey her commands. There must be some loophole in the contract that lets you out.
There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
Yeah, guess what? We can beat her if we put our worms together. I hope that doesn't mean there's a fight. I think that means thinking, right? I just fear what she will do with us next. We'll see if it's worth it. We still might need it. No. Look, if we put our heads together, we can work this out somehow, right?
We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
Now, this is actually going to be a problem for Jaria, because we've played her so far as seemingly very noble and, you know, well-intentioned, good of heart. However, we do know she has a soft spot for drow and believes they can be redeemed, even the most wicked of drow, and we do know that there appears to be one of them at the Goblin encampment. This could be her undoing. I can imagine her standing there believing I can fix this villain, and asking, how low can you go before you really question if you have fallen too far at all? How far will she go to attempt to bring redemption to one who may be beyond saving?
How can I help?
Well, we haven't spoken to you in quite a while, so, I was wondering, that condition of yours, why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
I never realized it was so easy to cast magic.
I assure you it's not. Don't get me wrong, you did well. Somatic component, the verbal component, even the focus on the inner self that invites Mistra in. But I was still your conduit, To perform
Yes.
such a feat alone requires much and
Exactly.
arduous study. Of course, as a cleric, your patron deity endows you with many such powers, otherwise unattainable. I do hope you cherish that gift.
I very much felt that he was the one casting the spell through me at that point, rather than me suddenly gaining new powers I never had before. Let's just leave it at that for now, and go and rest. Then we'll remove Will from the party, because he may be getting a dream here. Alright, can we eat all this gone off food? No, we cannot, so I'll have to look into other uses for it. Right. There's an achievement for resting all on alcohol. Can I do it? Because why? The answer is yes. Ho-ho! Wait, half-eaten apple. Okay, so we can use some of this stuff. Okay, so we take this out. And then we split. Let's camp like a dwarf. It's just all alcohol. There we go. So now we're going to invite Will to leave the party and invite Gale in. And we'll be back to our more traditional party makeup.
Well met.
Well met indeed. Stay here,
sure?
please.
The blade stands at the ready.
It's not because you got big scary horns coming at your face and people might freak
And
out if they
just
see
when
you.
things were warming up.
It's because we want a wizard with us for this bit. We're going to go see an old lady in the swamp who says she's got a number of magical things
What's
that
on your
might
mind?
cure our tadpole condition. So let's bring a magical specialist with us to examine this situation.
With pleasure. Lead on.
Might even change his spell selection in a bit. Right, now I do want to be careful not to over... Can we pop you back up there? Come on, come on. Yes, we can. Excellent. That's more like it.
Got a long road ahead.
And you know what? I probably have been recording long enough, so provided I don't get ambushed by another friendly conversation, I don't want to go quite to the middle of the Goblin Village, but I definitely want to head up there. So, I should be able to wrap up the episode soon. Now,
Tell me, Lae'zel, when you say we might be purified at your creche, what does that mean exactly?
Augustil will affix the Zaithisk, the purifier, to our heads. Its magic will quell the parasite in an instant.
Now, I don't believe that. I believe it's a surgical procedure, and that the Githyanki having the parasite removed from their head doesn't need to survive. I very much feel this is like Soylent Green, in that nobody really not the part where nobody knows what Soylent Green is made of, but the part where nobody knows what happens to the dead bodies after they die. It's like, I imagine that the Githyanki
That Zaithisk
elders
you
or
mentioned intrigues me. Care to tell me a bit more?
An intricate device crafted by Millar, our most gifted artisans. I am sworn to say no more.
she also probably knows no more. I feel this is like paranoia. She only knows as much as she is supposed to know, not as much as she needs to know. Very much on a need-to-know basis, and she doesn't need to know. She's just a foot soldier. Gale is clever. He's asking the right questions. So my feeling is that the heads of the... So first off, there's been no mention of this technology in previous editions that I'm aware of. This is new for this game, right? I have a feeling that the Githyanki are told, look, if you ever do get infected with a parasite, come back to you. This is like Paranoia, the game, the role-playing game. Yeah, where if you misbehave, the computer will instruct you to report to the nearest termination center to be executed. I'm feeling that the Githyanki are told, if you ever get a tadpole in your heads and manage to escape and come back here, report back to those people in charge, who will make sure that you don't turn into a mindflayer by absolutely fucking killing you. You know, they will make sure that you will not be corrupted and turn into a horrible monster. They will remove the evil from your head before it can turn into a horrible monster. And they probably perpetuate the myth that Githyanki survived this process, even if it's an entirely untested piece of technology. What is that flashing, by the way? It is rope and gold. Hence the flashing. Got it.
Tell me, Lae'zel, what is it like on the astral plane? Your home realm intrigues me.
Githyanki lay their eggs on other planes. They cannot mature in the astral.
The sword I wanted to give to Lae'zel is not here. And Gale needs something. What could we give him? Can we give him the wyvern venom? Probably not a good idea.
Time. Or rather, the absence of it. In the astral plane, everything is eternal.
It will be my home soon enough, should Vlaakith will it.
So, as I was saying, I have a feeling that this Githyanki purification process is a bit of a myth, and that no one has ever survived it, and it's not intended for anyone to survive it. And I also believe that Lae'zel either doesn't know this,
You have a particular way with words, Gale.
or refuses to speak of it.
Oration suits you more than battle.
They're not mutually exclusive. The weave is served best with a dash of eloquence.
Alright, let's see if we can help you.
My condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile.
This is a very expensive habit of yours. We literally not giving you that. Don't want to give you either of those. It's gonna be this, isn't it?
Thank you.
This had better be
It's a
worth
strange
it.
experience. Each time anew. Like a
Lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. But this doesn't feel quite right. I mean, it never feels right, but it relieves. This doesn't relieve. Oh.
So, back in first edition, to create a, and in second edition, to create a magic item required the permanency spell. And casting the permanency spell involved permanently sacrificing a point of constitution from the caster. So if you were going to make a magic item, you weren't going to make very many of them over the course of your lifetime, and it was going to need to be something well worth making. And somehow that probably also applied to potions too back in the day, but and you're like, wow, a Cure Light Wounds potion, you really put like 10% of your permanent life health into that? Same went for cursed items. You had to really want to make a cursed item to make that kind of sacrifice. And you wonder how vindictive some NPC sitting in a back room would be, churning out cursed items and handing them to their friends. Right, Gale, what's happening? Are you alright? Is there anything I can do to help you? Please tell me we didn't just waste a piece of magical equipment. It's between these two. I'll go with this. It shows I care a little more and didn't just blow him off earlier. Are you alright? Is there anything I can do to help you?
You do plenty for me, more than you realize. But this cannot be remedied. The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was too. A great deal of trouble indeed.
This certainly is an addiction. As he's getting less and less benefit from it every time. This is also bad because he's one of the more valuable members of our party, who has magical expertise. Which two-handed sword does she have? She does have that one, yes. So we'll have to get one of the other ones back and one of the others. I'm going to leave the episode here. I think it's gone reasonably long enough, and there is a goblin walking about over there.
You sniffing where you ain't ought to be, friend? Might have to take that nose.
So I'm not going to end this here.
Glows, power courses through you. Authority.
No, we'll just do this instead. Will he be on his own? He could run and bring more. Where is he? He's all the way over there. Right. Hamstring shot. Stop him warning others. Damn it. Tried.
Tale for the ages.
No ho... Don't make me do this. What, 9?
It's on.
There we go. Don't make me regret that now. Oh, but I could just blatantly do this to get that spell slot back. There we go, problem solved.
What to do?
Well, as I said, I am going to end this episode, and I'll leave it here. I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the very next episode. I'm going to say goodbye for now, though, and cheerio everyone, because I've got a few things I need to be doing anyway. See you all next time.